In this video, you're gonna learn how to make a trap beat in Ableton Live. Let's get to it. Jack on the track like... Hey, what up? It's Jack Spade, the beat making filmmaker, and today we're gonna go ahead and make a basic trap beat in Ableton Live using the Push 2 controller and of course Ableton Live. So I'm not gonna run my mouth, we're just gonna get right to it. So step number one, gather your sounds. So I put all of my native instruments expansions in one folder. I can choose these different kicks. I like these two kicks, so what I'm gonna do is layer them. I'm gonna put this kick in. So the reason I chose this kick is because it has high frequency in it, so it has a bit of the top end, and I wanna have a low end kick. By the way, to layer a drum sound on top of another drum sound, you have to hold Command and then drop it. Let's find a snare, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna layer it. What I'm gonna do is get some drum sounds from Splice, and they have some dope fire sounds up in Splice. So I've been using the Wonder Girl pack lately, and I think she got some fire sounds up in here. So what I want to do is layer another snare. Yeah, something lower. So I'll go ahead and hold Command, drop it on there. Let's call this a snare. Boom. Let's go ahead and add some different perk up in there. What y'all know about that perk? So a lot of times I like to use percussion loops. All right, so I'm gonna drop this in here. That's fire right there, man. I like that. So step two, you need a melody, cuz. So I'm gonna use my M32 to find a plugin inside of Komplete. I just got Komplete 12, so you know I'm still discovering sounds. I'll be discovering sounds for a long time. So what I want to do is use the una corda, which I haven't really used yet. What the fuck? That sounds so real. I mean, it is real. It's recorded. So here goes some extra sauce. Know the key of your song. I'm gonna choose the key of my song because I'm using Push. It'll make it so much easier when you're trying to match your drums and match the 808 and match other instruments or whatever, or even like bring in samples. You'll know what key your song is. You need to know what key your song is. So just know it, understand it, please. What I like to do with my melodies is throw halftime on it. I tend to always use the half loop. Step number three, add them drums, baby. And that's what's gonna give it that groove, that bounce, that jump, whatever you wanna call it. So we can either start with percussions, we can start with the kick and the snare. Each layer that you add creates a new vibe. And the order that you put the vibe in kind of determines how the track sounds, in my opinion. What we're gonna do right now is we're actually gonna add this percussion in. All right, so now let's add the kick. And when I play these drums, I'm kind of mumbling to myself, but I'm not having a psychotic episode. I'm just trying to picture how somebody would rap to it. Then of course you add the snare. And when you add those drums, if you can't bounce to it, then you got to start over. Now with the hi-hats, you gotta be able to find that groove like that. You know, I'm not just doing anything, I'm actually trying to find a pattern that fits. So the next step, wait, spider. Extra sauce, if you're using Ableton Live, you can go ahead and put a drum bus on these drums and it'll add a lot of weight to it. All right, so number 4, that's how they say it around my way. Number 4, 954 is the area code if you ain't know. The next step is to decide whether you're gonna add some more sounds or whether you're gonna leave it alone. What I like to do is just listen to the track and get a feeling for it. And then if I hear something else, then I'll put it in. Or I might just go through different sounds. Like if I know I want a pad sound, then I'll look for a pad, look at different pads that I like. And I'll go ahead and put that in. So I am hearing a pad on this track, so we're gonna add that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and look through my sounds and see if I can find a dope pad. Absinthe has some of the best pads. Already. Number 5, let's add a bass to this thing. Now, it could be an 808, it can be a synth bass, it could be a sub, whatever you want. And also, you don't have to do it in the order that I'm doing it in. You can just start with the bass if you want. You can start with the 808. A lot of people do. So it just depends on how you work. This is just kind of my workflow generally, but I don't do it like this every single time because I like to surprise myself and keep it, keep it fresh. All right, so the way I'm gonna do this is just copy my kick drum pattern into my 808. Gonna make this 4 bars. And then I'm gonna go over here to my drums, find my kick. Turn this on if you wanna hear it. Let's make this longer. Let's change this. So step number 6, we're gonna go ahead and arrange that thing. It's gonna be a basic arrangement. The reason why I wanna do a basic arrangement at this stage is because I wanna add transitions and stuff. And if I don't know how it's arranged, then I can't really add the transitions yet. All right, here we go. I'm gonna loop this. So let's start off with this right here. This melody. Now right here is when like effects come in handy. I kind of like that. So right before there, we're going to add a transition. Let's go ahead and put this Scott Storch up in that thing. And we wanted to hit harder, so let's add a cymbal. Like that. Let's rock with that. What I like to do is actually take that cymbal and reverse it and use it for a transition. Still want to add one more element to it just to kind of give it something else. I like that. A lot of shit going on right there. But what I'm gonna do is take some of this off. If you want to move this freely on the grid, hit Command and let's fade this out roughly. Then so I would start that from about here and turn it way down. There's so many different things you can do to add to the track, but this is just the basic start of a trap beat. So I'm gonna go ahead and fine tune this track, and I hope y'all learned something. This has been a basic overview of how to make a trap beat inside of Live. In future videos, I'm gonna go more in depth with specific features and functions. So I believe my audience is smart. So I don't even have to tell y'all to like and subscribe, because y'all already know to like and subscribe. Like, if you made it this far, you already know that this is gonna be some fire content and you need to subscribe. So I ain't even gonna say it. That's it. This is the end of the video.